Hi guys and hi guys and dolls. I'm losing my voice before I even talk. Okay, so let's talk about the smear campaign. Okay, the smear campaign. People who are mentally off know that they're mentally off. They know from a young age, generally speaking, that they are different from other people. That they don't really jive with other people don't really jive with them, so they know something isn't right. But when they're an adult, they want to sit here and act like they have no idea what you're talking about, and they just act like they don't get it, and then they'll either rage at you or go off on you or reverse it back to you. You're the one who's this, you're the one who's that, blah 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 blah, There's a lot of things wrong with them, and they know that. They're not stupid, and they know when to turn on the normal and when to be their self, okay? If every ploy that they try doesn't work, then they will resort to this smear campaign, and they will also resort to victimization. I told you guys that the situationship, because it wasn't a relationship, the situationship that I was in the summer, that was May through August. It was a nightmare from hell. It was a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare. He is a malignant narcissist. His parents, for lack of a better way of putting it, they fucked his shit up here. He is fucked up. Fucked up. Weird. Okay, a lot of people in the group are like, oh, well, which one are you talking about? The weird one? Everybody knows he's off. So he can try to smear me. He can try to smear Santa Claus if he wants to. The bottom line is he knows he's fucked up. When he looks in the mirror, he knows he's fucked up. So anyway, I found out through the grapevine that he had told one person why she had not blocked him when they broke up. Well, they weren't even together. They only went out twice. He tried to manipulate her, and he told her that you tried to kiss me. And she said, I wouldn't. The only time I would try to kiss somebody is if I'm attracted to them. In other words, in between the lines, I'm not attracted to you. So what does that cause? That causes a narcissistic injury. He didn't get what he wanted from her, which is to go out with her long term, manipulate the hell out of her, and crush her into little pieces. He didn't get the opportunity to do that, so he ran around like the little woman that he is, the little girl that he is, and told everybody that she is psychotic. Told me the same thing. She's psychotic. She's psychotic. I said, well, give me an example. I mean, usually people give you an example. Oh, well, person bashed my windshield in. They slashed my tires. I had to file a police report on them. They're harassing me at my home and at my work. They could give you examples of a person losing their mind. He can't give you an example because he's lying. Every time his mouth is open, he's lying. So he ran around, like I say, like the girl that he is, and told everybody, oh my God, she's psychotic. Oh, she's psychotic. She only went out with you twice. Sit your fucking ass down. So he was obviously bullshitting. So for some weird reason, when she ditched him, she did not block him. She erased him out of her phone, but she should have blocked him. I'm pretty sure he's blocked now. Found out this is another person that he slithered over to, because he's like a snake, and he slithers through the meetup group trying to get with as many women as possible so he can manipulate as many people as possible, which is kind of a stupid-ass ploy on his part, because we're all going to get to know each other. We're all going to know people who know other people, and we're going to all find out that you're a piece of shit. So why he's doing that is they're not smart. Narcs aren't very smart. They think they are, but they're not. Anyway, so I found out that there was another girl that he slithered over to in the group, and he'd been with her for 2 years. How that managed to happen, I don't know. Maybe she was okay with paying for her own dates because his money is his, like I told you before. Anyway, and he knew that the person he went out with for 2 dates only, because she was done with his ass. She was like, done. After he poisoned her name to everybody, he had the audacity to turn around and tell her, the same person he talked about like a dog, everybody, she's psychotic, okay? He ran around and told her, if you meet this other girl, meaning me, you need to stay away from her because she's psychotic. Now, mind you, he told me that she was psychotic and to avoid her. So do y'all know what that term is? It's called triangulation. He is such a case study. He matches every single criteria in the DSM. Okay? Diagnostic and statistical manual of mental illness or something along those lines. Anyway, he meets every single criteria for a narc. He is such a book case study that it's unreal. I mean, they need to have his ugly ass face in the book. Okay? This is who you need to avoid. This is the type you need to avoid. Anyway, so triangulation and the smear campaign are two things that are happening at that particular juncture. So far as I know, she finally got smart and she blocked him, which he's never gonna be nice. He's always gonna lie, trick, steal, manipulate. I mean, that's just, unless you like to deal with snakes, you have to block him out of your phone. Anyway, so what happened was, this is triangulation, example of triangulation, case study. Triangulation is, you know, I wish I had a notepad because I would do it on a notepad and show you. So I want you to just imagine tic-tac-toe. Just envision a tic-tac-toe board in your head. Each square is a person, right? Each square is a person. What they do is and I've said this before, they create a line of division between everybody so that none of you are talking to each other. Susie's not talking to Peter. Peter's not talking to Andrew. Megan is not talking to Kelsey. And Kelsey's not talking to Michael. Because, and these are just names I'm making up, because each person is talked about behind their back. The other person tells Michael, Kelsey can't stand you. Kelsey talks about you like a dog. Kelsey thinks that you're a piece of garbage. She smiles in your face, but she hates you. And then runs over to Megan and says, this person said this about you. I wouldn't be friends with them anymore if I were you because da-da-da-da. Does that to every single person. Every single person. So what do you naturally do? And we talked about this before. What do you naturally do? You don't talk to that person ever again. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. And I'm going to tell you why it's a mistake. It's a mistake because you all can't compare notes. I like talking to who he was involved with because I want to know what's being said behind my back. Okay? Which I already knew that crazy people call you crazy, call me crazy, call your dog crazy, your cat, your goldfish. We're all crazy because they are trying to deflect. They're trying to perpetrate their psychosis onto you so that they come out looking normal and looking like the victim / bitch that they are. Okay? It's so juvenile, but then again, y'all know that narcissists are very childish. They have temper tantrums. They whine when they don't get their way. Why are you talking to me like that? I don't talk to you like that. Why are you using that language? Excuse me, motherfucker. You better be glad this is the only thing I'm saying because I could get worse. One time I saw him, and this is an example of a child. You're not going to see an adult do this, and I'll get back to smearing in a minute. Imagine me standing up, and I'm on my toes like this. He was doing that singing a childish song, some kind of little kid song. Like, let's pretend it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'm not kidding. He was standing up, and as I bounce, I want you to imagine I'm on my toes, bouncing on my toes. Here's him. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. He wasn't singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but he was singing some other wackadoo song that I have no idea what in the hell he's singing. Adults don't do that. Adults don't dance on their toes like that. That's something that children do. Even when I'm horsing around and acting like a little kid sometimes, I never do that. And there's a difference between acting silly and revealing that you're an adult toddler, which is what all narcissists are. Anyway, so prepare for the smear campaign. Every single person is going to be talked about like a dog because the narc wants you to stay in your square. I don't want you coming out your square. I don't want Megan talking to Kelsey. I don't want Kelsey talking to Michael. I don't want Michael talking to whoever else. None of y'all need to be, I'm going to talk about all of y'all like a dog, or this person is talking about all y'all like a dog, and that person is not really your friend, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And before you know it, all of your friendships are broken up. Relationships are broken up. Marriages are broken up. This is serious, okay? This isn't just high school bullshit. This is serious. Relationships are broken up. Friendships, all connections are divided. Families may be divided who used to be tight. So you know what you do to prevent that shit? You go directly to that person. You go directly to them. And you say, Kelsey, hey girl, what's going on? Oh, not much. What's going on with you? No, not much. I want to have what are you doing Thursday? Why don't we have lunch? Okay, sounds good. What time? You deliberately get with that person. You deliberately get with them. If they'll see you. Because the psycho might have convinced this person that you really are the worst thing in the world and Son of Sam ain't got nothing on you, okay? If that person is smart and they are well-versed on narcissism, or even if they're not, but they have an open mind, they really don't want to go to lunch with you because you've been talking about them like a dog, at least according to the narc you have, which the narc is lying off their ass because that's what they do. They're liars, okay? Manipulators, liars, mind fuckery. That's what they do. So anyway, you get with Kelsey, you get with Michael, you get with David, you get with whoever the hell you got to get with, and y'all start comparing notes. When you start comparing notes, you will see that there's a common thread. All of y'all have been played against each other. Every single one of you have been played against each other. That's the way they do. They want to conquer and divide. Divide and conquer, I should say. Divide and conquer. I broke up everybody's friendship. That's freaking cool as shit, because I ain't got no friends because I'm a twisted narcissist. So why do I want y'all to be tight with each other when I ain't got no damn body? Right? So you're going to have to deliberately talk to these people. Don't get nasty with them. I heard that you said, We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Approach it like an adult. Approach it like an adult. Hey, Kelsey, since we're having lunch, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. This is what I heard. I know you don't normally do that, so I just wanted to bring it up to you and make you aware of what's happening. This is the words, you know, the little comments that are, you know, circulating around and this and that. And she'll be like, well, that's what was circulating about. Somebody said that about you in regards to me. You're kidding me. No, I'm for real. And Michael said that da-da-da-da. Before you know it, you're comparing notes. Before you know it, all of y'all have been played against each other. So you don't walk away from each other. Y'all need to get together and compare notes. That's what you have to do. That's what you have to do, because that's the worst thing for a narcissist, because now all people know that this person's a liar. And then instead of breaking up with each other and losing each other's friendships and closeness, they drop the poisonous person, which is how it should go in the first place. All right? That's how it's supposed to go in the first place. Triangulation. You know, smear campaign. You know, Kelsey is such a bitch. At least that's what Michael said, because Narky, which is the Narky told this person that this person's this, and like I said, it's a lot worse than high school, because they're toddlers and they're poisonous and they're manipulative. And the smear campaign, when they know that they're twisted, they're going to tell everybody that you are the twisted one. When you finally got smart and dumped him or her, because women are narcs too. When you finally get smart and dump them, now you're going to get talked about like a dog. Now people are going, this narcissistic sicko is going to tell everybody that you're a narcissist. Let me repeat that. The narcissist is going to tell everybody that you are a twisted narcissist. Okay? Go to these people. Do not run away from them. Do not lose your friendship behind a wackadoo. Don't lose your friendship or your marriage or your relationship or whatever behind a wackadoo and behind what was said. Y'all need to talk to each other. Instead of letting the triangulation be a success, which means y'all run away from each other, and I'm not speaking to those assholes again. I knew we grew up together. I knew we've been knowing each other since we're knee-high to a grasshopper. I never want to see them again. No. You go directly to those people. You care about them, right? They're your friends, right? You've known each other for a long time. You went to school together, went to college together, whatever the case is. You go directly to those people and y'all compare notes. Don't you dare let a toxic, sicko, piece of sewage, raw sewage, don't you dare let them dominate who's going to be connected to who. Because they're manipulating. All of y'all are being puppeteered. Nah, don't give that little fucker the power to do that. No. We're not doing that. Nice try. Anyway, so be careful who you deal with. One of the people knew that Hippy was a narcissist. See, I'm not making this shit up. I'm not making it up. Somebody else picked up on it. In fact, a lot of people picked up on it, and a lot of people know that he's extremely weird. Extremely weird. Yeah. You never know who someone is until they reveal themselves, and then start watching for these little pinpoint, passive-aggressive, little sneaky, snarky, manipulative things that they either say or do. Y'all need to soak that all in like a sponge, and then you have to ask yourself, do I want to be involved with someone who's capable of acting like this? Or who says those snarky ass things? Yeah, I don't think I want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with that. So, yeah, like I said, he's a case study. That's why I bring him up. He is a case study. If you look at examples of narcissism, he is all up in and through every one of those symptoms. Every one of those symptoms. So, case study. It's kind of like when you go to college. They will give either real names, or they could use people's real names because you don't know their last name. You don't know where they're from. But, or they'll just use your example. Like when I went to EMT school, you know, our instructors would bring up some graphic accidents or things that went wrong that caused a person to get severely injured. They don't use their name, but they just use that as a case study. This is the kind of thing that you're going to be facing. This is the kind of thing that you may not see in the book, but you may see in the field. And this is what we did to deal with it in the field. So case study, especially situations that are unusual. They stand out. They're unusual. They're not your typical scenario type of deal. So, yeah. Anyway, avoid twisted people. Avoid personality disordered people. Avoid narcissists. If your body, and I've said this before, your body has a built-in alarm system. A built-in alarm system. You will feel the discomfort in your body when you are with this person. You will never 100% have your guard completely down because something in your gut is telling you, watch your back. And that's what I suggest you do. Watch your back. Okay? Just a little quick note. Milo's doing well. He is in his crate right now. And I'm right in the room where his crate is, and he's not screaming, which is a good thing, because sometimes in the daytime he'll be in his crate, like me making a video right now. I had him where I am, and he was just crawling and investigating, and he was just a wiggly worm all over the place. And I'm like, that it's not going to work. So you got to go in your crate for now. You're going to be okay. You're going to survive it. I promise. You know, if I go out somewhere, you know, he's going to have to be in a crate. You know, it's just the way it is. He can't be running loose in the house and everything in my house will be destroyed. No, no, no. No can do. He is getting a little bit bigger already. He was born January 3rd. So that's his birthday, January 3rd. Yeah. And he has too much energy. Way too much energy. He does take naps in between having play attacks, whatever. He wants to fight and wrestle, and it's like, oh God, you're making me tired. So, it's just like having a kid. Just like having a kid. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I have an Ossador. He is a Australian Shepherd Labrador mix, and he is 6 weeks old, probably 7 weeks by now. I don't really know. Let's see. Yeah, probably going on 7 or something. I don't know. So it's called an Ossador. It is growing in popularity. That breed, you know, the merging of those two breeds is growing in popularity. And so that's what I've got, an Ossador. I really like Australian Shepherds a lot. And I really like Border Collies a lot. Border Collies are really hard to find. Yeah, they're hard to find unless you go through a breeder. Yeah. So, anyway, you guys be good. Avoid toxic people. And I'm so serious. If you're in a relationship or a friendship or in a family dynamic, or even with an associate, or not an associate, but a acquaintance, and you think that they're toxic, you're starting to see little toxic displays of behavior. Something about them makes you go, something's not right. Pay attention to that. There's a reason you're feeling that way. Don't ignore it, because you don't want to regret that later. Listen to your body. It knows before your brain knows. Your body is aware of being in danger. Your body knows that something's not quite right. Pay attention to that. Okay? Love you guys. Take care. Have a good day. And I'll see you soon.